Imagine you stumble upon this video when your heart is weary. Nothing is by chance. Perhaps you are here because Allah wants to tell you, relax, it's over. Your case is settled. Enough is enough. We live in a world filled with struggles, crushing debt, seemingly endless illnesses, social injustices, wars that destroy entire homes. Many people wonder, when will it stop? When will there be relief? But listen carefully. Relief doesn't come just when circumstances change. It begins when Allah decides your case is closed, when He says, your test will go no further, and when Allah says, enough, no one can prolong your suffering. The Qur'an reminds us, truly, with difficulty comes ease. Surah 94, verse 6. This promise is not theoretical, it is alive, it is fulfilled every day. As when a Syrian mother, after years of exile, found a roof over her children's heads and said in tears, Allah never forgets His servants. And you, maybe this video is the sign you've been waiting for. Maybe your heart needs to hear, your case is settled. You no longer need to carry this burden alone. If you have ever felt that the weight was too heavy, write in the comments, enough is enough. Stay until the end, because this message could change the way you look at your trials. Step 1. Current struggles and the reality of this world. Look around you. The world sometimes seems broken. Entire families lose their homes to floods or storms. Innocent people are victims of injustice. Young people see their futures disappear because of poverty or violence. Every day, stories of suffering and despair appear on our screens. Like this father in Syria, who saw his city destroyed, who walked miles with his children to reach refuge, and yet said, I don't know why this is happening to us, but I know that Allah never gives up. Or this woman in Pakistan, who after losing her home in the floods, prayed all night saying, O Allah, I place myself in your hands. And the next day, neighbors came to help him rebuild what had disappeared. These stories are not just anecdotes. They are a reminder that life tests each of us. But what seems unfair or unbearable to us, Allah transforms into a moment of preparation, purification, and sometimes a silent miracle. The Qur'an shows us this through the lives of the prophets. Think about Prophet Ayub, who lost his family, his health, and his wealth. Despite everything, he remained patient and firm in his faith. Allah answered him, and we rewarded him doubly for his patience. Surah Ash-Sharh, verset 44. Today, the lesson is the same. Every trial you go through, every injustice or loss you suffer, has an end point. Even if you don't see it yet, your case is already being closed by Allah. Your relief is already provided. If you have ever felt that life is unfair, write in the comments, I believe my case is closed by Allah. Share this video with someone who is going through a hardship so they remember that the end of their struggle is already decided. Step 2. Allah's promise. Your matter is settled. Sometimes we think our struggles will never end, that the pain, injustice, or loss are eternal. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, reminds us that every trial has an end. Your case is settled. It's not just a sentence. It is a divine promise, written before you were even born. In the Qur'an, we see stories of prophets whose cases seemed impossible to solve. Musa, Moses, and his people, pursued by Pharaoh, thought all was lost. But Allah parted the sea and delivered the believers. Their case was already closed, even though they could not see it at that time. Today, this promise continues to manifest in the real world. Like the family in Ukraine who lost everything due to war. After months of hardship, an international NGO came to their rescue, offering them refuge and a way to rebuild their lives. or the young entrepreneur in Africa whose project seemed doomed to failure. After persevering and placing his trust in Allah, he received unexpected support that transformed his business. Whenever you feel like you can't move forward, remind yourself that your case is already closed, that what you consider the end is actually the beginning of a relief you hadn't yet imagined. If you believe that Allah has already closed your case, write in the comments, "My case is settled." Share this video with someone desperately waiting for a solution to remind them that relief is already on the way. Step 3. Signs it's over. Sometimes you can't see the end of your trials yet. You feel stuck, tired, lost. But Allah never leaves His servants in complete doubt. He sends subtle signs to show you that relief is approaching and that your case is closed. These signs can be small but powerful. An unexpected sense of peace in your heart, a solution that suddenly appears, or even the gradual disappearance of a problem that seemed insurmountable. These are silent signs that your case is already in Allah's hands. In the Qur'an, Yusuf, Joseph, is a perfect example. Unjustly locked in a well and then in prison, it seemed that all was lost. But Allah guided him to a king seeking a solution, and his life changed completely. His patience and faith were signs to him and to those around him that his case was over before he even knew it. Today, these signs are still playing out in the real world. Like the young man in Lebanon who lost his job during an economic crisis. A few weeks later, an unexpected opportunity presented itself, offering him a better job than the one he had lost. Or the woman in Indonesia whose family was facing legal injustice. A compassionate lawyer and an unexpected turn of events ended her struggle. These experiences teach us that the test has an end point, even if our eyes do not see it. When Allah says, "Enough, nothing and no one can prolong our suffering," this moment of clarity, relief, or justice is the sign that your case is closed. Have you ever felt a sign that your struggle was over? Share your experience in the comments to inspire others. If you believe your relief is near, write, "I see the sign of Allah." Step 4. How to trust divine closure. Knowing that your matter is settled by Allah is one thing, but believing deeply and remaining at peace is another. Trust in God's closure is built through simple but powerful actions: prayer, patience, remembrance of Allah, and gratitude. When you feel fear or doubt returning, remember the verse, "And whoever puts his trust in Allah, He is sufficient for him." Surah At-Talaq, verse 3. The confidence is not passive. It allows you to act with serenity, not to worry about what has been decided by the Almighty. Consider the story of a woman in Morocco whose family had lost all hope of repaying a huge debt. Instead of despairing, she prayed sincerely, did her best, and a few months later, an unexpected solution emerged through community support. She testified, "I knew in my heart that Allah had closed my matter. I had no need to worry anymore." The Qur'an is full of examples. Prophet Abraham, placed his trust in Allah even when he had to leave his son Ishmael in the desert. Complete trust in Allah led to a miracle and lasting blessing for him and his descendants. For you today, this confidence translates into sincere dua. Speak to Allah about your burden, being certain that He hears it. Sabr, patience. Accept what is beyond your control while remaining active in what you can change. Gratitude. Give thanks for what is already there. Even a little relief is a sign of divine closure. Aligned action. Don't let yourself be paralyzed by fear or doubt. Faith involves concrete steps. Write in the comments, I trust Allah with my case. Share this video with someone who is struggling to let go, to remind them that peace comes with trust. Step 5. Transformation stories. Sometimes you think all is lost, that pain, injustice, or defeat will never end. But Allah transforms hardships into blessings and losses into unexpected victories. Stories of transformation are here to remind us that your case is closed before you even realize it. In the Qur'an, Marie, is an example of a miraculous transformation. Isolated and alone, carrying a child in impossible circumstances, Allah said to her, "Don't be sad." Surah 19, verse 24. What seemed like a hopeless end became a glorious beginning with a miracle that the whole world will know. In the contemporary world, these transformations continue. Like the young man in Lebanon who, after losing his job and facing a family crisis, found a new professional opportunity abroad, allowing him to support his family and rebuild his life. Or the woman in Afghanistan who, after years of deprivation and fear, was able to open a small school for the girls of her village, transforming her pain into a blessing for the entire community. Every transformation begins with patience, trust, and action aligned with the will of Allah. Even when you see no way out, remember, the miracle is being prepared in silence. Trials are never permanent. These stories teach us that when Allah says enough, everything can change suddenly. Losses turn into opportunities, despair into hope, loneliness into guidance. This is not an abstract promise. It manifests itself every day around us, in ordinary and extraordinary lives. What story inspires you the most? Share it in the comments so others can find hope. If you believe that Allah can transform your trials into miracles, write, "I believe in the miracle of Allah." We saw together that your trials have an end, which your case is closed by Allah, and that patience and trust can transform despair into miracles. Now it is time to close this video with a concrete action and a moment of deep connection with Allah. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel that the burden you have been carrying for so long can finally be lifted. Allah says, "Relax, it's over. Your case is settled. Enough is enough." These words are not just for hearing. They are for live, for to feel, for let peace enter your heart. Together, let's make our dua collective. O Allah, I leave my burden to you. My matter is in your hands. Relax my heart, purify my mind, and open the doors of relief before me. Ensure that what is meant for me arrives at the perfect time. Enough is enough. Repeat it in your heart. Write it down. Share it. And if you like, write in the comments. If you recited this dua with us, if you believe that your case is already closed by Allah, share this video with someone who needs this message to remind them that the end of their trials is already decided. Remember, trust and peace are not dreams. They are realities that Allah offers to those who surrender their burden to Him. The stories we have shared are not exceptions. They are a reflection of what is happening every day in the world. Even if you don't see the light yet, it is already there, ready to illuminate your path. End this moment with a deep breath, reminding yourself, your matter is settled. Allah has said enough. You can now breathe. You are free of your burden. Write in the comments, my case is closed. I trust in Allah. Share this video with someone going through a difficult time to remind them that relief is already on the way.